sat there and wondered, what do phishing and Facebook have in common? Do you lose sleep over this question? You don't? Well, you're not alone. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you some of my biggest tools, tips, and the formula that I use so you can come up with an awesome name for your Facebook group. And then I'll share with you what phishing and Facebook really do have in common. Hi, my name is Maureen Dobransky, and I help entrepreneurs create a Facebook group they love and make money doing it. Please download my Facebook group workbook in the link I've put in the comments. And if you haven't already, please join my free Facebook group at facebook.com/groups/sellyourgorilla. So, coming up with a great name for your Facebook is very important. You want to be sure to attract the ideal members to your group. After all, who really wants a large group full of uninterested people? So here are some Gorilla Gold tips. Tip number 1, when thinking of a Facebook group name, I want you to also think a bit bigger. Think not only about your Facebook group's brand overall, but think bigger than that. Tip number 2, be sure to not only see if that name is available for your Facebook group, but check out other social media platforms and even see if that domain name is available. Even if you aren't yet at the point of a website or looking at Twitter or Pinterest, you may at some point grow to that stage. So I always recommend being proactive. Tip number 3, try to make it memorable and sticky. Some ways to do that are to use words that rhyme, words that maybe start with the same letter. And I always like to check out what others are doing. I'll Google the leaders in the industry and see what they've come up with. And that'll often start to get that creativity flowing. Now, let's take a peek at some tools we can use. The first one that I use all the time is wordhippo.com. WordHippo is simply an online dictionary that has a great thesaurus. So when I'm thinking of names, I'll often put a word into WordHippo just to see what other similar words come up. And next thing you know, I have a great list of words. The next tool that I like is rhymer.com. Once again, you simply put a word into the website and you get back 1, 2, or even 3 syllable words that rhyme. It's a great tool. The next tool is called positivewordsearch.com. It has a list of positive words broken down alphabetically. I love this tool. And the last tool is called namecheck.com, but it's spelled differently. So it's namechk.com. You simply enter the name you're thinking of, and it'll come back and let you know not only if that domain name is available, but if that name as well is available on any of the other social media sites. So it's a one step to checking all social media channels for that name. So now the final thing I want to talk to you about is the formula that I use when picking a name. Step number 1, ask yourself the following question. Who is your group for? The more specific you can be, the more you can clarify and narrow down your niche, the easier it'll be for you to attract your ideal customers instead of just random people. Now, I know this sounds counterintuitive to really narrow down your market and market your product to fewer people. But when you become the expert in that field, you'll attract the right clients and they'll be willing to spend more money. I look at it this way. If I was looking for a business coach, I could Google business coaches and literally hundreds of thousands would pop up. But if I Google business coaches, women, entrepreneurs, Facebook groups, I'd get someone that knows my business, that would understand what it is that I'm creating, and I'd feel much more inclined to trust her. So spend some time narrowing down who it is you really want to attract, who your ideal customer is. Step number 2, once you're very clear on who your group is for, ask yourself this: what is their biggest challenge? What are they currently struggling with? I recommend asking a few of your ideal customers what their biggest challenge is, and be sure to get common struggles, not just a one-off. So step number 3, now that you're clear on their struggle, turn it around to the opposite, or what they want to achieve or become. Remember, people will be attracted to the results that they achieve when they join your group. For example, many of my clients have had Facebook groups or want to have one, but they're worried about the time, the energy, the engagement within the group. They want to fall in love with their group. So my group name is Create a Facebook Group You Love. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for. What do fishing and Facebook have in common? Both need a lure to reel them in. So step number 4 is to not only come up with that name, but also a lure. Dictionary.com defines a lure as anything that attracts, entices, or allures. And that's exactly what you want for your Facebook group. Again, for my group, Create a Facebook Group You Love, my lure is and make money doing it. It attracts, entices, and allures you to find out more. But really just have fun and enjoy the process. So today we've chatted about some amazing tools that you can use to name your group. You've learned the formula that I use to create a name. And now you can begin to sleep nights again knowing that what fishing and Facebook have in common. If you haven't already, please join my Facebook group by clicking on the link below. Please download my free Facebook group workbook. And last, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Thanks, and we'll see you next week.